All right. The topic of today's video for 12 Weeks to Peak, Wes Schaefer's accountability program, get in there, is something from Paul Rulkens. Paul Rulkens is a high performance culture coach expert, did it for many years. He's from Holland, and he worked with a supplements company, a nutritional supplements company, for a long time, and then went out on his own. And he's had a couple of TED Talks. He's been on my show a couple of times, including recently, where we talked about how to manage smart people. Managing smart people is tough. They often have egos and opinions and want to do things, So, what I want to talk about, though, is what people do when they get in trouble. And Paul Rulkens has pointed out what most people do is they do more of the thing that didn't really work. They crank it up and think that doing more is going to help. Or two, they shut it down. They stop doing what they were doing. Now, the problem here is that there's a third alternative rather than speeding up or slowing down, which is do something different. Okay. And that's what most people don't do. So if you find yourself in trouble and the things you're doing aren't getting you the results that you want, your mind is going to try and tell you the one or two options of what you got, right? Stop doing it completely and just sit there, or crank it up and really try and put out a ton of effort here, and maybe that'll make things change. And neither of those is very good. It's probably better to try another activity, a path of action. Okay. So that's an interesting takeaway from Paul Rulkens. If you're not on his weekly mastermind, I think it's misnamed, but email list, he sends stuff and it's like 2 a.m. our time because he's in Holland, once a week. It's non-intrusive, it gets you thinking, and it's very short. That's really what I like about it. It's a brief concept email, get you thinking, got a few bullet lists in there sometimes, but gets you thinking about different approaches to doing things. And I think that's really critical. If you missed him on my show, just go look up the Cold Star Project, Paul Rulkens, and also check out his TED Talks. His concept of strategic quitting has been invaluable to me, because I used to think you had to do everything and try and do everything that's on your to-do list, rather than what he talks about, which is dropping stuff that just doesn't work, right? Isn't contributing to the straight arrow direction you want to grow in, where your zone of excellence is, right? So I realize sometimes we all don't have those options, right? Sometimes we have to do stuff because we have an employer or clients that are requiring us to do things. But if you're a business owner, you have a lot of personal power, and probably more than you think, in terms of agency and choice of what you get to work on and what you don't. And sometimes in order to get the excellent done, we have to quit doing the good, okay? Even if it feels good. One of my favorite things is, if you're a business owner, you should not be walking out to check the mail if you have employees, right? I realize, oh, treasure, there's something in the mailbox, right? That's kind of fun. Get a little dopamine hit from that. But really, it's not a great use of your time and energy, right? Somebody else should be doing that kind of thing. So you should strategically quit going to the mailbox. So apply that to your business if you're a business owner, your life, if whatever is possible for you to cut that really isn't taking you towards the great results, the results of excellence that you're looking for. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.